Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, it's been forever since I've recorded a freaking video. So get your water and drink it, and we're going to start with the face. So right now I'm using the Garnier micellar water with some cotton round buds, and I'm just putting this all over my skin just because there's still leftover dirt from yesterday and I just want to clean off to start with a fresh base. Already you can see like all the dirt that came off from yesterday. It's so gross. So I'm just going to let that dry off. Now moving on to my moisturizer. This is the Naturey Skin Conditioning Gel. I love it so much. I think my parents got it from Korea. I'm not too sure. I'll probably link it down below. And then I'm going to be using my Morphe setting spray. This just creates like a soft tacky base to apply your foundation and before you put your primer. And for primer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Babyskin. I grabbed too much of it and that was my mistake, but I'm using just a little bit of it and I'm just patting it into my face. And as you can see in this next clip, I'm just trying to like do a patting motion so it creates like a tacky base again. Okay guys, so next is a foundation. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 310. I'm just going to apply this all over my face like you would with a damp sponge. This is from Real Techniques. Remember to always blend your foundation down to your neck so that way it doesn't create like a nasty line down at the bottom. And at this point, I'm just blending everything together just so that there's like no streaks or harsh lines anywhere and just making it seem flawless. So next, I'm going to be using my MAC Prolong Concealer in the shade NW25. I'm just going to put just a small amount onto my fingers and kind of just drag it as I'm using a triangle shape. And I'm going to be using my damp beauty blender again to just blend it out. Okay, so next I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium over top of the MAC concealer because I don't think it created enough coverage for me at the time, so I'm just blending that in again with the damp beauty blender. And then I'm going to be taking my Mercier translucent powder and just putting this under my eyes. I'm not baking or anything, I'm just simply pressing it into the skin to create a flawless look. After I was done pressing that into the skin, I used my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder Foundation and using the light medium shade and just setting my face all over it with a big fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to be taking this contouring palette from Wet n Wild. It's called Caramel Toffee, and I'm just taking that fluffy brush and I'm mainly packing it into the hollows of my cheeks and then blending it upwards, and then I'm packing and blending it upwards. And then I decided to switch brushes and use this fluffier brush just to kind of blend everything out so that way it's seamless. I brought the contouring shade up to my forehead and my nose area because I like the look of being super bronze and just looking like you're more tan than you are. Then I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow powder in the shade dark brown. I'm just using a concealer now to clean it up. I did my brows off camera and I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade medium beige, and just blending that down to my eyelids. And then I'm going to be setting that concealer with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder that we used all over our face. And then using that same powder, I'm going to be just carving out my contour just to make it seem sharp and more not muddy looking. Then I took my Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade 22 Sun Bronze, and I'm just using a fluffy brush because I want to have more depth in my crease, and I'm placing that all over the lid as well. And then I'm going to be curling my lashes. And then doing my blush, I'm using the MAC Fleeting Romance, and I'm just placing that with a really big fluffy brush. I decided to change brushes again and use something more defined, and I'm going to be placing that on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of blending the contour and putting a little bit on my nose. And then I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Lash Sensational and just placing it for my mascara. Alright, so for highlight, my favorite part, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter, and I'm just placing that at the tops of my cheeks where the sun hits me and on my forehead a little bit. And then I'm going to be placing some on my nose, the inner corner of my eyes, and the brow bone for a highlighted look. Right here, I'm just dusting off the bake that we left on there and just blending it upwards because you don't want it to create a harsh line. Now I'm just taking any brown eyeshadow or any bronzer that you have would do and just placing it on the bottom of the lash line just to create kind of like a smoky effect. Now for the finishing touch, I'm just using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. It's my favorite setting spray of all time. And then I'm going to be taking off all that foundation on my lips because my lips looked super crusty. I'm going to be lining my lips with the lip liner from MAC in the shade Whirl. This is my favorite lip liner in the whole entire world, and I'm just lining my lips on the bottom and the top. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to be using the Clinique lipstick. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll link it down below for sure with all the products and everything else. So guys, I'm really glad that I decided to do this video. Please like and subscribe. I had so much fun doing it. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!